Everybody's so formal. Let's be informal about this. Anyhow, I'm the oldest of the group. Gosh, I feel like a grandma. I always loved movies. And when I went to movies when I was growing up in South Korea, it was to avoid the reality that I could not stand. So I wanted to give myself a break for a couple of hours in the theater, cry my eyes out, and think of different world and how to avoid this unbearable reality of mine and all of that. But ironically and naturally and strangely, when I started making film, it's not to avoid reality, but it's to confront reality and tell the stories of what is going on in the real world, those stories that need to be told, but nobody's really telling it right. And so those were the films I started making. The little short thing that you looked, that's called A Forgotten People, the Sakhalin Koreans, and it's going to play at 2 o'clock. So all of you have to come see the whole thing, because it was just a small thing. It's about the forced Korean laborers who were drafted to this frozen island in 1943. And then when the Korean got independence, they still couldn't go home because of the Cold War, and their motherland neglected them. So they were forgotten for half a century, and they were buried in this island, and they had to change the citizens. So that's why they talk about I'm stateless. They went to, so their identity was unknown and all of this kind of stuff. So I wanted to tell the stories of this kind of issues and people who are forgotten, but whose stories need to be told. So when I go make a film, I don't make a film. I make them tell their stories. That's the filmmaking I do.